Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Mentor Asia Pacific. Here we are at One Punch Media. I don't know if you can tell where we are, but we are filming another mentor today. She is a prominent figure, and we're going to go with Charlie, Mama Char.
Yay!
And welcome to the show.
Hi! Nice to meet you.
Alright, so we're going to start with... Tell us one thing that people might not know about you.
Might not know? That I am a bowler. I've been bowling for like years. So like when I say years, like I dedicated 10 years of my life to trying to be a professional. And that's what led me to not graduating on time, so don't do that. And then, but yeah, so like I would go back and forth, and there's a time in my life where I was just like, I want to do this for a living, and then reality hit, and I'm like, maybe not. So I'm sort of an athlete, if that makes sense.
Hey, bowling's pretty hard. Okay, so besides bowling, you want to tell us your story, what makes Mama Char tick? What's your story?
Oh God. Literally this will take back 11 years ago. It was 2007. So this is where the whole Mama Char was born.
Okay.
But even prior to that, I was already hosting weddings. I was already hosting fundraisers. Oh my God, I was even in the club at like the age of freaking like 16. Oh my God. But I was just hosting. And it was just a niche of like, oh, that looks fun. And it was all because people were like, you know, you're really funny. You should just host stuff. And I wasn't purely sure what they really, because I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
So I just gave it a shot. And so I've been doing that for a while. And then it was 2007, and it was a friend of mine was like, hey, by the way, my friend's opening up a bar, and we need somebody to host it, to sing. And so at the time, I was just a purely karaoke singer. It wasn't a career thing that I am doing now. And so we did the whole meeting thing, and then this is where the whole name came up, because we had to figure out, okay, we're gonna do this, but we need to give you a stage name, so what it would be. I'm like, oh crap. I'm not sure. So, being Filipino, you guys don't know this other little history here, you know, lesson. The word ate means big sister.
Yeah.
So amongst my peers and I, they would call me Ate Char. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, big sister Char sounds awesome. But I felt like if I was gonna use that, I felt like I was just talking to a small group of people as opposed to trying to be more the masses. You know what I mean? Like for some odd reason I had to think on the spot, and so I looked at the marquee, which was like right above the door. This was at Atrio, by the way, to Sheraton, if you're wondering what bar was this. Atrio bar is really tiny, but this is where the magic happened, boo, okay? And so I looked at him and I'm like, Mama Char. And then he looked at me, he goes, what? I'm like, Mama Char. And then he's like, okay, Mama Char. And he's like, yeah, sure, we digged it. And so we did that. And man, let me tell you, like when I say started from the bottom, I worked for free. I know it sounds crazy. Every time I tell people this story, they freak out. They're like, why did you do that? Because in this industry, the entertainment industry, there are times when you're going to be working for free. There are times where you're going to have to just do what you need to do to like get your name out there. So I worked for almost 8 months to 7 months, 7 to 8 months of just getting my name out there. Really just working for drinks, and I didn't mind, you know, getting turned in the bar. So just doing that until then my name started getting out there. Slowly. And it was an amazing feeling, but at the same time I was like, okay, I felt there was so much more promise in this sort of career that I didn't know I was gonna get really serious into. And so that happened, you know, then boom, gigs after gigs after gigs. No music yet though, surprisingly. This is just through hosting. Hosting as Mama Char. And 2 years later, I was at another club, and it was called Denial. And so my previous boss, Miss Kyla Pinay, former morning blender on Power 98, and I playfully said, hey, like, I want to be on radio. And so she's like, yeah, come by. So that was a Saturday. Monday came, I went to apply. I would never forget this day because her sweet soul, I love her, may she rest in peace, Auntie Christine, then the look on her face, I asked her, hey, I'm here to apply. And she's like, literally, like, the look of, like, she's like, girl, there's, like, no openings. And I'm like, okay, shoot, let me, you know, like she really, like, shot me down. And I said, you know what, let me just do it anyway. I'm like, okay, so I signed it. Surprisingly, the next day I got a call, which was Tuesday. Wednesday, I got the interview. And then I started training the same as Wednesday. Trained Thursday, trained Friday. Hit my first show by myself on Saturday. So in a week span, it was like, boom.
Starting.
You know? And so then that's 8 years of radio. If you're wondering, I was on air for 8 years, and the first 2 was strictly Saturday and Sunday. Amazing. That's just radio life, by the way. Now the music part, it gets a little complicated. I've been singing since 7th grade, but that's just the choir. Fully didn't sing by myself was high school. Sophomore. Shout out to my friend Adrian. What's good, girl? So she inspired me to come out of my shell a little bit. And shout out to my friend Brian. He's the reason why that I was able to gain so much more confidence in myself. And this was just through karaoke at the bar, and it was just amazing. And you know, like when you surround yourself with people who push you to be better, like I'm telling you, opportunities just open up left and right. Sometimes when you don't expect it. And speaking of not expecting it, my parents forced me to join this contest in 2013. It was called TFC Cat. It's a thing on TFC. It was a global singing contest, and so I was one of the 3 people from Guam that joined. But so their 6 places was Asia, Europe, New Zealand, Australia, North America, and then there was and Middle East. So those were the 6 regions. But out of that whole 6 regions, there was like roughly 1,000 of us. The U.S. alone had 200 people join. I know. So I got lucky enough to win my region, and oh my God! Speaking of, shout out to Daryl. If you guys don't know, Daryl was actually in that pool. It was me, Daryl, and a girl named Shannon, and she's an amazing singer as well here on Island. And so I won that. Went to the Philippines. And then, surprise, surprise, we got invited to do another TV show because that's part of the prize package per se. And Lord and behold, it was The Voice of the Philippines. Boom. And this was not even waiting in line to audition for the show. This was, oh no, you're already on the show, you're on the blind auditions, like in front of the actual coaches. Like what? You know, so mind you, like, I was nervous as hell. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I was just like, dude, you just gotta go and just do it. Like, just, if you want to see my video, that's pretty awesome. And ever since that show opened up so many opportunities for myself. And so it's been 4 years. I've been 4 years in the circuit, professionally singing, mind you. That means if you're getting paid to do it, then you're a professional. And then the whole makeup industry, like I took dive on it. I was able to get my dream job, which was MAC Cosmetics, one of the biggest makeup companies in the world. It took me 3 times. Yeah. You know, the first time I was laughed at because I told them, oh, I learned through YouTube. Yep. And they're like, oh. It's different now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what's funny is what a lot of these companies don't understand is the online beauty community is so ridiculously huge that so many former Met artists actually moved to that industry. So, you know, what does that tell you? The beauty and everything else, and including media, we're all switching to online. Same thing with radio. If y'all didn't know this, but podcasts is a booming industry right now. Boom, left, right. So, girl, who knows, girl? You know, somebody wants to have a Mama Char podcast. I'm like, y'all don't want this potty mouth because I would say so much crap. But hey, you know, it's the truth. But yeah, so that is the life of Mama Char. God, what's what? Oh, I got signed to a label. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. I was signed to a label back in April of this year, and it's just been, oh my God, an actual record label. And it's just been a blessing. And this is what happens when another chapter in your life closes. Because I quit radio. And the biggest decision of my life, because it wasn't sure if would that be the right move. You know, it's a scary thing, especially if financially you're comfortable, but at the same time, if you're not happy waking up, if you're not happy being there, the point is, guys, if you're just not happy in general, then why are you there?
True.
You know, I mean, like that's like you going every day as a teacher, and I know you love it, but it's the same notion where it's like, if you're miserable, then what are you doing there? You know?
No, I agree.
So it's like, God. So I close that chapter, and boom, another one opens up, and it blows my mind how I kind of wish I did this earlier, but I'm actually kind of thankful that I didn't. I think my mind told me like, okay, just wait, it's cool, and so I did, and my next adventure is Manila. I'll be moving there. I want to see what can I do. I mean, it's freaking scary. I have no clue what my plan is exactly, but all I know is when I get there, I just want to sing.
Okay, so we're gonna transition to Manila soon. Now,
yeah,
a lot of story, a lot of tidbits. So along that storyline, what struggles or what? Let's hold it down to one big struggle that you might have had in your career that could have stumbled you and not made you to where you are now.
One struggle. Okay, there's actually a few, but if there is one struggle that really like could have like messed me up, and that's attitude. And you have to be open-minded. And when I say open-minded, being a homosexual, if you guys don't know what that is, if you're not that bright, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of special, okay? I'm a unicorn, okay? So me being open-minded to opportunities is what got me to where I am. But can you imagine if I didn't? Like, if I turned down all the gigs that were just basically from people who were a-holes. I mean, and I'm talking, these are people who are just rude in general, but you did it for the money. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people on this island that I'm just like, why are you just so mean to people? You don't have to. But you are gonna meet people who you feel like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing here? And then you realize, oh, I know why. You're working the room. You have to build your network. You gotta fake it till you make it. Done. So you need to have a right attitude when it comes to these things. You have to be kind. Even if you know for a fact that these people are just rude, you just gotta be like, smile and wave. Like,
fill them with kindness.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Okay, so you dropped a little tidbits about who are the people that pushed you and inspired you along the way, but let's get into a couple of mentors, like key figures who really pushed you to become this figure that you are now.
Okay. One of the biggest people that's also on top of my list. Her name is Jeanette Chappelle. Jeanette Chappelle and I have been friends for years, and this is because I started working at the movie theaters. This woman has not only inspired me to be where I am now, but she inspired me to be a better person. And when I say this, God, I used to be so rude to people, and this was because I was young and naive. And she called me out on it this one day, and she's like, you know, you gotta be sensitive to people. Like, even you can be blunt all you want, but if you're not sensitive to people's feelings, it's like, how are people gonna like you when you're just whatever? And so I really took that to heart, especially the way she said it, and that switched me automatically. And every day I strive to be a better person, even though I know sometimes I messed up, but I admit, you know, to my mistakes. And so she has played a huge key role on me being a kinder, better person now. So shout out to Jeanette. You're an amazing person inside and out. I love you. Another person her name is Calendria Diosa. If you guys don't know who Calendria Diosa, girl, y'all missing out. This woman, so the Untouchables House of Diosa, it is a drag show here on island, and they've been at it for years. Boom, boom, boom. Let's say almost 12 years. of drag industry here on Island. She is a choreographer. She mixes her own music for the show. She does like it all. Lighting. She does the counting. Boom. But this woman has made me the person of a performer and taught me to be a team player. I was in a band a while back, and she called me out on, oh, this is a one-woman show for you? And I didn't realize that I was coming off that way, and so I took that too hard because that was not something I wanted to portray. Mm-hmm. It was just, I wanted our band to move forward, that she didn't feel like the way I was approaching it was appropriate, I guess you could say. And so Calendria, she really made me become this person where it's like, no, work together, team player, like, you know, you're one band, one sound. And it's true, that's one of the, if you're in a band, like, you're really one sound, you know. And so she taught me leadership skills. She taught me to be a fierce performer. Like, there's a thing in showbiz where when they say the show must go on, the show must go on. If your shoe breaks right before you go on stage, girl, the show must go on. You better take that. If something unzips, girl, no, just boom, just the show must go on. And so she just taught me that whatever you do on that stage, you better give it your all. Even if there's one person sitting in that room or if there's two people sitting in the room, it's the fact that if you can give 110% just to those people will do this and then bring other people. And so I thank her for that, you know, like I even asked her, me moving to Manila, like, is it the right thing? She goes, "Boo, what do you feel in your heart?" I'm like, "Oh, you're right, okay, girl," you know. Oh, I'm so sorry, before I forget, he's gonna kick my butt. Uncle Louis Mantanola. Louis Mantanola is the reason why Mama Char is born. He was the bar owner of HBO, and he just gave me the opportunity, and his words of wisdom in the industry was, because he's been around this type of thing, I guess you could say, for a long time, and he would give me tips here and there, and it's just been, I learned so much from him, even though we have a short period of seeing each other, but oh my god, you know, that man is, if you ever meet him, like, fresh of breath air, oh god, it's crazy. So Louis Mantanola is one up top 5, okay?
Okay, so last thing. Let's think back.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 2008 right now. And
okay.
Think about yourself in 2008.
Oh my god.
And let's say you wanted to give yourself advice. Something to speed up where you're at now. What advice would you have given yourself?
Oh. Advice I would give myself in 2008, I was freaking 22. Oh no, girl. I was a hot mess. I was a mess. A mess because I went out clubbing a lot. Whew. What advice? Okay, I would probably tell myself, girl, slow down. But then if I do,
then
I wouldn't be here.
So that's why it's tricky when you.
Because I went gung ho. I went head first. Knowing that I was like, are you gonna float, girl? I don't know, girl. We're gonna try. So it's the fact that I was fearless. But for some odd reason, I'm more mindful now, which I don't know. I guess it just comes with age, boo. It just comes with age. You just more like, oh, hold up, no. But I was really fearful, fierce. I don't know, God. But yeah. So I would have tell myself, keep doing you, but be kind to others. Because that was when I was very rude.
So let's stretch that the other direction. That's plus 20 years.
Oh wow!
And
20 years from now. From now?
Yeah, from now. So let's paint a picture.
Okay.
Where are you 10 years from now? What are you doing?
10 years from now. What am I doing? I'm definitely in the recording studio. I know that for a fact. I know for a fact that I'm doing shows. And I know for a fact that I have some sort of award, like a big one. I'm just like, no, I'm not letting this go. I've always had this recurring dream And I always tell people this, and they think I'm crazy, and they're like, no, you guys don't understand. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just like cheering for myself. Like, what? I would have this recurring dream is I'm standing on stage, and it's a huge stage, you know, so I don't know. It's like, is it a stadium? Girl, I don't know. All I know is I'm on stage and there's a bunch of people and I'm just there. And I'm like, okay, am I singing? What am I doing? I don't know. All I know is I'm on this huge freaking stage. I have yet to you ever believe in deja vu?
Yeah.
So it's one of those, I have yet to experience it. So I know for a fact that it's coming. And the fact that it's a reoccurring dream, I'm like, I know I'm on the right path. Even though I'm scared to take a leap at it, but I know for a fact that in 20 years time, I'm still recording music. I'm definitely doing something in the music industry. Definitely.
Right on. So we got that big picture.
Yeah.
So remember, paint that picture. You might be watching Mama Char on stage, and it's that big stage.
I'm just saying.
And you paid a lot of money to be there.
Yeah, that's expensive.
All right, guys. We're gonna thank Mama Char for being on the show today. That's another episode for Mentor Asia Pacific. See you next time.
Bye.